When I think about human rights and responsibilities and how that relates to our work, there's a few things that I think are critically important and that come to mind for me. First of all, when we think about Wikipedia, we think of it as a global community, an open global community that anyone can join and come and help us participate. And one of our most essential ground rules for participation is neutrality. The idea that Wikipedia itself is not to take a stand on controversial issues, that rather we should present debates in such a way that newcomers or people who don't know much about a topic can actually understand what it is that people are arguing about. That principle has served us very effectively at enabling people of many diverse viewpoints to come together and work together to create something useful. And this kind of neutrality extends through all kinds of topics, from the sort of obvious great political and ethical and social debates of our day, but also down to sort of ordinary things people may have an opinion about, like whether a certain movie is good or not, that are maybe not so weighty. But it's still so important that people have the ability and the desire to come together just to share basic information. The idea here is that all of us can be better citizens. We can be better in our own personal lives, and we can be better politically as citizens of the world the more informed we are. The more we have basic, clear information about the world, we can make better choices, and we can then therefore help guide our leaders so that they'll hopefully make better decisions as well. Professor Sarah Gelden spoke about freedom, and obviously freedom is extremely important to this mission, particularly freedom of speech, freedom of access to knowledge. And in our work, we come head-to-head with these issues on a regular basis. We have been in a situation where we were, for more than 2 years, completely blocked in mainland China, so that people are not able to access Wikipedia at all in mainland China for a couple of years. Currently, the English Wikipedia is available in China, and the Chinese Wikipedia is available in some cities, but not in other cities. And so we're not sure exactly what's going on there. But one of our arguments that we put forward to the Chinese situation is to say, Wikipedia is not. We don't take any sides for or against the government of China. This is not the issue. The issue is it's a much more fundamental. That the access to knowledge is a fundamental human right. After you've got access to knowledge, after you've begun to learn about the world, then we can discuss more complicated issues about what is the right sort of role for the government in this. But in the meantime, we ask that all people be given the right of unfettered access, that anyone can come and learn what it is that they want to do. And then finally, the one thing that I'll mention as well is that we view our mission as a global mission. And one of the things that I ask people to think about, particularly as it pertains to global culture, is that right now there are about between 1 billion and 1.2 billion people who are online. That's a lot of people, but it's only a fraction of the people in the world. In the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see the next billion people come online. And they are not going to be coming online from the US and Europe and Japan, because those people are already all online. The next wave of people who are coming online are going to be people coming from India, from China, from the Middle East, from in some parts of Africa even. I think it's going to take longer than that for lots of places in Africa. But what's going to happen is we're going to have a whole new wave of people joining this grand global conversation. And we're actually going to hear from people and get to know people on a one-to-one, peer-to-peer basis who we barely even hear about in the news right now. And I think this is going to have a dramatic impact in a lot of different ways. And I think it's really even difficult to predict, what is it going to be like when ordinary Americans and ordinary Chinese can begin to meet each other and converse in probably more likely in broken English than broken Chinese, because the Americans are too lazy to learn Chinese. But I think it's going to have a dramatic impact, and I think that all of these issues of freedom of speech and human rights are going to take on even greater importance. Thank you.